Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you guys had a great trading week. I had a pretty breakthrough moment in my trading this week. Today I managed to catch two bottoms, one top. Yeah, two bottoms and one top. That sounds crazy. I bottom ticked two trades and then I top ticked one trade. I took two on my side for options and then one on my side for futures. Anyways, you know the deal. We're going to get into the trade. I finally got my TradeZella working. I don't know if yesterday we were just having issues when I tried to show you guys my notes, because I do my notes on TradeZella. So the fact that TradeZella was down was very, very, very frustrating, but it's okay. We have it working now, so we're going to switch over there. We're going to start with my futures trade. I'm going to show you guys why I took it, my reasonings, and everything. I feel so vibrant right now. Okay, anyways, we're gonna go over and switch over and show you guys why I took my trades, the confirmations I had, the rating I gave the trade, my psychology, everything you need to know about this trade. So let's switch over. All right, so we're on the 5 minute. Like I said, I only took one trade on my future side today because I don't know. I had to size down after blowing my combine. Again, if you guys want to see that video, I document almost every trading day if I have time. If I don't, then I try to do a trading week recap kind of thing. Anyways, I sized down to two cons today. Looking to size back up soon. But this play was basically an hourly resistance. So let's go to the hourly and I can show you guys what I mean. So on the hourly, we were respecting this resistance from here. We had a test of it. Well, this was support. I'm sorry. Support, and then it was acting as a resistance right here. So I was essentially playing, or kind of betting, because this was a risky trade, and I noted it was a risky trade. I was betting that it would become support again, basically. Basically betting that this was a false breakout, in a way, essentially. So that's basically what this trade was based off of. And actually, I can't say that I was betting on this being a false breakout because I traded here. So, sorry, avoid that. I'm misspeaking because I had a long day. But I was betting that this would act as a support, which it actually did. And I'm going to read every confirmation I had to you guys of why I exited, why I entered where I did. So, as you can see from my chart here, I entered at this little candle here. And you might be wondering, why did she enter here? So I had a 3, I put 3 tick. It's a 3 wick rejection on a support. And we had higher lows, which equals a higher probability of longs playing out in my edge. So when I'm trading any support and resistance, if I have this is already giving me a higher probability of a trade playing out into the longs. And I also had a 3 wick rejection resistance. Sorry, guys. Hold up. Let me clear my throat. Okay. Sorry, guys. Rather I was talking too fast or I just had a really, really runny throat today. But I cleared it out. Okay. So we had I put 3. We had if you want to count this as 3, but this is our support. So this is a 2 wick rejection. So sorry about that. So rejection on the resistance. And we had equal highs / higher highs, which signaled signal for buyers stepping in. So that was basically why I was confident in this trade. So when we came back down here, I was confident enough to go long. The confirmation for me to exit, it was because we made an equal high, not a higher high, which signaled potentially a chopping coming or a reversal. And what I meant by that is that we didn't put in another high. And when we're in an uptrend and we can't put in another high in 5 minutes, I'm automatically shifting. Like the momentum of buyers it's dying a little bit, and it can still go in the uptrend from not putting in a higher high. But for me, I'd rather see it put in a higher high to play it out for longer, or to trail my stop loss, or to keep continuing to be in a trade. So I just exited here, and as you can see, it was a pretty spot on exit. I mean, it really doesn't get any better than that. I mean, that was pretty spanking good to me. But yep. And then I put over here that this was a range play. I sized lightly because riskier. I took advantage of the break of the resistance and for it to become support. Ended up playing out. But the little chop in the middle was risky in terms of no one being in control. And I was correct. because these long wicks, you already know these represent indecision in the market because we don't have any full momentum candles like this. This is not an indecision candle because we have full momentum to buyers right here. So this right here was indecision to me, and I was actually on the edge of my seat. I was like, I do not know who's in control right now, but I'm happy I used confirmations to actually be on the winning side of that trade. So that was my trade on the future side of things. And as you guys can see over here, we are green on the week. All glory to everybody. But literally, it's crazy because I started the week, I blew my combine. I had to step back mentally and realize that I need to really reevaluate some things. It's not my edge, it's not how I'm trading, it's me. So I had to sit back, reassess, and come back stronger. And now I only took, as you can see, I only took one trade, and old me would have took like 30 trades to get the same amount of profit. So that's really improvement for me. So we're gonna go to the option side. On options today, I don't show my P&L when I'm telling you guys about my options trade, just because it's a small account. So why does it really matter? I'm just kidding. It's not that small, but it's small enough. But I don't show it. And it's also on Robinhood. I don't want anybody to judge me for using Robinhood, but it's so easy to execute on there. But anyways, on options, I took 2 trades, and the first trade was a 120% gain return of my call, and then the second trade was a put, and that was 50%. If I could show y'all just the percentage, I would. It just doesn't give you the option. You just have to show like everything. But here we are on spies here, which is what I took the trade on, and I already pre-noted it for you guys. So when I was in the trade, I chart when I'm in a trade because it just gives me more security in a way. So this trade, I saw this aggressive downtrend right here, and I was playing. First of all, let's go back. So yesterday we had this exact same kind of move in the market where I expected price to bounce at this 88 level on ES. It's on here. It's 634.5, I think, ish. So I was expecting that area to bounce on ES yesterday because it was a strong area and it should have bounced, but we had so much momentum to the downside that it just kind of ignored it. But anyways, besides the point, I didn't forget about my theory from yesterday. So when we had this strong momentum down, I basically just put my play that I had yesterday into act. So that's why I took this trade right here. It was just a bounce. I put on my chart that it needs to hold this for a potential bounce because my stop loss here was tight. I was not playing with this trade. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was not playing. I was not trying to get stuck in some strong slip to the downside. I just wasn't going for it. So my stop was probably like right here. I was not going for it. I wanted the bounce to be literally instant, and it was. So this was a good trade, and like I said, this was based off of yesterday's idea, and I anticipate the bounce from this area, but it bounced earlier today. I just executed, and 122%, which is true. 122%. Actually, I can share with you guys what I made. It was a small trade I made. Actually, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do that another day because I have a video idea now. I have a video idea, so I'm gonna show you guys the actual numbers and the actual P&L on my chart in a later video because I can't share it because I'm working on a video. Like, these trades are working on a future video, so I don't want to spoil my future plans. But yeah, so this was my trade. It was a really good trade. And then we came up here, and again, guys, I took this trade based off of ES. It was just this zone that I was looking for it to bounce yesterday or to reject from yesterday because ES, if you were looking at ES, let's go here and I'll explain to you guys what I am seeing. ES was trading in this, it's still in there. It's crazy. It's trading in this huge supply zone. So I was expecting it to bounce. It was just a matter of where it's going to bounce. And yeah, I was expecting it to bounce yesterday well, reject. I don't know why I'm saying bounce. My words. Today, going into today, when I opened up the charts and I saw we had rallied overnight, I was expecting price to come up to 64.20 or 60 in the range of 64.20 to down to 64.15 and then reject. And that's what I was waiting for all day. Did not happen because we never actually made our way up there. So when it happened, I had already took my one trade on my futures account, and I didn't want to risk it. So I took it on the options, and it's just the same trade I just told you guys. That rejection off of the 20s or around that area. It was 18. It was that same rejection. I just played that. That was it. I had that game plan going into the morning. Just based off of, I can show you guys what I based it off of though, if you guys care to know. It is based off of the hourly. So just this. This is where we had strong selling previously. So it's just based off of that. Just knowing that when price comes somewhere in this range, we're 9 times out of 10 going to have some kind of reaction. It may not be this strong reaction like this, but we're going to have a reaction. It's basically what I was trying to play. And it worked out because we had this reaction and we actually rallied down to the end of this supply zone as if we're going to break out of it again, but then we bounced right back into it, which is cool. I love that it's respecting the supply zone. I really wish it would just kind of get out of it. We've been trading it for like 2 days now. But yeah, so that was the 3 trades that I took today, and honestly I would not change anything about it. This is my chart, and I try to chart or come up with a game plan every day, but these levels that I have on my chart right now have been on my chart all week because they just haven't been broken, or they haven't been tested, or they still have validity. So I leave them on my chart. Actually, this downward trend line just broke. It's a daily downward trend line, and it just broke. But I'm going to leave it and perhaps readjust it if it continues to but I think it's going to break for real. Anyways, that was all the trades I took today. So really short video for me, just because I'm really tired and I just really want to, who knows what I want to go do. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys did well today. I hope you guys had a great trading week. I hope you guys learned something. Also, if you guys ever want to see any of the trades I've taken over the course of the week, feel free to go watch my other videos. I try to post, like I said, every day. I don't do it, but I try. Anyways, I'm also going to try to film like a breakdown video of the way that I trade. If anybody cares to watch that, I'll probably have that posted sometime this weekend. I'll try to work on that, basically explaining the basics, because I realized I jumped into this without actually explaining the basics. I didn't explain what support and resistance, how to find it, how to spot it. I didn't explain supply and demand, how to spot it, how to avoid breakouts. I didn't explain any of that. So I probably will try to make an in-depth version of that, of what I look out for and stuff like that. But without further ado, that is going to be all for me today. Like I said, I hope you guys had a great trading day. If you guys didn't have a good trading day and you guys took an L today, or you guys blew a combine, or you guys just didn't trade, just remember, at the end of the day is the end of the day. And at the end of the day comes another day. And that's why God is good all the time. Thank you guys for watching, and God bless. Bye-bye.